So this is the system. This is the system of the father blessing his eldest son, so his eldest son can go on to become the patriarch of the family. And so this is the power that Isaac has. This is the power that Jacob steals from his brother Esau. And we can just see all the macho bits in there, right? Because real men have hairy arms, and real men have, voices, right? So Jacob goes in there and says, "It's me, Esau." "It's me, Esau," right? Because that's how men speak. And then all of these little bits in there. And finally, Isaac gets convinced that yes, indeed, this is Jacob. And so he blesses Jacob, who he thinks is Esau. And he says, "Ah, yes, may God give you the dew of heaven and plenty of grain and wine. Right? Be Lord over your brothers, all of these things to become the true patriarch." It gets toughest, I think, for me in verse 29. "Let the people serve you, and the nations bow down to you." We don't do that anymore in North America, but I mean, that's what this meant. Right? May the peoples bow down to you. Which is the correct response of peoples who want to come into our nation, right? It's the way brown people should really act, and black people should really act in our white system here. This is the correct posture. And so we enforce these things at the border. And the effect of enforcing these things at the border is that it discourages the brown people who are otherwise here, and the black people who are otherwise here, from getting uppity. Right? From trying to make changes in the system, because they could be next. Right? And they could be asked for their ID, and they could be hassled for this, and they could be assumed to be all sorts of things. And so you keep a whole group of people down just by the way you treat them at the border, and make sure that it gets out into the news so that everybody knows. So, yeah, I mean, this is the system. And as much as as much as white males like myself are worried about a system that no longer works, it's still there. It still functions in powerful ways in our nation. It still functions in powerful ways in our communities. And it's worth dismantling.